How you doing? I'm Darren with Kickin BBQ. If this is your first time to the channel, then welcome. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Today we are talking tacos, more specifically surf and turf tacos. I would love to take credit for this recipe, but it is not mine. I was scrolling through Instagram the other day and I saw this and I immediately wanted to try it, so I figured why not do a video on it. This recipe is from Burnt Pellet BBQ. Nick over there does a wonderful job, has hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram. So I will have a link to his Instagram down below in the description, along with the link to his recipe on his website. I did make a couple small changes for my personal taste preference. So if you want to compare my recipe to his, you can do that. But either way, I am willing to say that this might be one of the best recipes I'm ever going to cook on this channel. I have not tried it yet, but just all the ingredients and what goes into it and how it looks absolutely amazing. So enough is enough. Let's jump into it and get these prepped up right now. All right, so we have a bunch of ingredients here. This side over here is for the marinade for the steak. This side over here is for our fresh chimichurri, and we're gonna get started on that first. Now, the nice thing about this recipe is you can do everything the night before, get it all prepped up, and then cook it the next day. So you got yourself basically a 30-minute meal if you prep everything the night before. So we're gonna get the chimichurri prepped up first. And you don't have to do the chimichurri the night before if you don't want to, but I will say the flavors do get a whole lot better if you let it sit overnight, in my opinion. So the first thing we're coming in with is 1 cup of good olive oil. Then we're coming in with the juice from 1 lemon, followed by 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. And I did 4 cloves of garlic here. These are some big cloves. I really like garlic. He says 3 cloves. I went with 4 big cloves because I really like a garlicky chimichurri. This is a 1/4 cup of cilantro, a 1/4 cup of Italian parsley, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. This is kosher salt, a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper, and a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I'm just gonna get this all mixed in and incorporated nicely. And this is going to be the perfect amount to dress our tacos with, and check that out. Man, that looks so good. I love fresh chimichurri, and I like to do everything by hand. I know some people use a food processor. It just gets a little too pasty for me. I want the big chunks of all the flavor. So now that we have this ready to go, I'm gonna get this off to the side, and we'll get this in the refrigerator, let it sit overnight. All right, so here is our steak. This is about 2 pounds, and man, it looks good. I'm leaving all this fat on because I want it to crisp up and just get a ton of flavor. We're gonna be grilling this off over hot charcoal, and it just is really gonna add a ton of flavor with this crispy fat and everything else that's going into this marinade. Again, we're gonna be marinating this overnight. You can do it as little as 2 hours, but I highly recommend going overnight if you can plan ahead and you have the time, because it just makes it that much better. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this into a plastic bag, just like that. You can use a plastic container if you want. I don't recommend ever using metal or aluminum to marinate or brine stuff in. That aluminum can leave an off taste, metal can leave an off taste, so use a plastic bag or a plastic container. And to this bag, we are gonna add the juice of 2 fresh oranges. I went with fresh ingredients in all of this. It really does make a difference when you're doing stuff like this, in my opinion. This is the juice of 3 limes. We have a 1/4 cup of green onions. We have a 1/4 cup of cilantro. A lot of cilantro in this recipe. I love cilantro. If you're one of those people who think it tastes like soap, you need to get some help because it is so good. So this is a couple cloves of garlic I just sliced up. This was different from Nick's recipe, only because, like, again, I really love garlic and it's really gonna infuse a lot of flavor in there overnight. So I'm just going with some big chunks in there. Going with 12 ounces of a lager beer. I think Blue Moon would be really good in this as well, or Corona or a Modelo or something like that. This is just 12 ounces of a lager beer. And this is 2 tablespoons of a barbecue rub. You can use whatever you want. I'm using my Kickin BBQ Honey Chipotle, #1, because you get that smokiness from the chipotle that's gonna pair really well with the tacos. And you also get a little bit of sweetness. It's gonna caramelize up on this steak when it's getting seared over the open fire. It's gonna add a lot of good flavor to it. So there we go. And then I'm just gonna shake everything around in here. It's like that old shake and bake. If you want to, you can vacuum seal this overnight. That usually helps things marinate a little bit quicker. And then it just goes into my fridge like this, and every time I go into the fridge, I'm just flipping the bag over every couple hours or so, every time I go in there. And yeah, that is it. So I'm gonna get this and the chimichurri into the refrigerator. We're gonna let everything just marry and get all the flavors together overnight. And then tomorrow we will cook these tacos. We got some blackened shrimp coming and just some awesome, awesome stuff here. So we will see you tomorrow when it's time to grill this flank steak off and build these tacos. I've been thinking about them all week. I can't wait to try them. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, so it is the next day on these surf and turf tacos. This is that skirt steak that we have had marinating overnight. I pulled it out, patted it dry on both sides, and you can see the grain is running this way. So when we go to slice this for our tacos, we are gonna be going against the grain. It's gonna have a better, more tender chew. I am gonna be cooking on my slow and sear kettle today. And because of that, I'm gonna cut this in half so that way I can sear directly over the slow and sear portion. This is a very thin cut. It's not gonna take a long time to cook. So all I'm gonna do is just come in here and just take and cut this in half. That way I can sear each piece and get a good crust on it and build that flavor. And guys, I'm telling you, this smells amazing. So fresh smelling. Just, I cannot wait to try these tacos. And you'll see later when we go to slice this up, I'm actually gonna section this into threes, cut against the grain, then we'll chop it up for our tacos. But for now, this is about done. All we're gonna do is just come in with a little bit of SPG from Sucklebusters, the original SPG, the best SPG on the market. And we're just gonna hit it lightly. We have a lot of seasoning in that marinade, but we want to get some good salt, pepper, garlic notes on the outside of this. Do the same thing on the other side. Again, I'm leaving all this heavy fat on there. It's gonna crisp up and get so delicious over those open coals. And now here is the surf portion of our tacos. I have 2 skewers of tail off deboned shrimp here, raw, that we'll be grilling off after the steak is done. Now, the recipe that Nick had calls for a blackened seasoning, which usually has paprika in it and whatnot. It gets a little bit darker color when you cook it over coals. For me, I'm going with my Ash Kickin BBQ honey chipotle. Reason being because it has the paprika in it. It has nice smoky notes from the chipotle. So I think this is gonna go really, really well with these tacos. And we're just going a light layer on all of the shrimp here. There is some sugar in here, so that may caramelize and darken up too. I'm not worried about it. We're gonna be chopping these up for our tacos. They're gonna be delicious. And shrimp does not take long to cook, so that's why we are cooking this second. We are going to cook it while the steak is resting. So I have the chimney going to get the slow and sear kettle rolling. While that's going, I'm going to get these into the refrigerator. I don't wanna leave raw seafood out. It's just gonna have a bad time. So I'm gonna get this in there, and I will meet you outside to get the steaks cooked off when the chimney is ready to be dumped. So we will see you outside. All right, so our chimney is ready to be dumped. I'm just gonna dump it in the slow and sear. We'll get our grate on here. Just like that. And I'm just gonna let this warm up for just a couple minutes. All right, so we've let this warm up. Just gonna get one of these right over the coals. Oh, that smell permeating off of this is absolutely amazing from that marinade. So I'm just gonna let this go for a minute or two, flip it, and just keep doing that until it temps out where I want it. I'm looking for medium rare. It's gonna be real easy to overshoot this, but again, we're making tacos, so if it goes a little bit over, I'm not too worried about it. All right, it's been a minute or two. I'm gonna get this flipped over. Oh yeah, you can see we're already starting to get some nice color there. Looking real good. A little more fat on this side, so I'm expecting some flare-ups here. We'll manage that as need be. But again, I'm just gonna let it go for a couple minutes, maybe 1 to 2 minutes, flip it over, just keep doing that until it temps out. Flip it every minute if you want to. That's gonna get you a nice, even cook and sear on it. That's my preferred method with thicker steaks, flipping it every minute or so. It's gonna cook even, and it just is a much better end result. So, and I actually don't even think I'm gonna cover this side up. I think I'm just gonna let it roll here, flip it in a minute, and just keep doing that. All right, we're gonna give this a flip. Beautiful. I'm gonna come in and check my temp here. It can be a little tough to check temp on these thinner meats, but sitting at about 93 degrees there. So just gonna keep flipping it every couple of minutes and letting it do its thing. All right, so this one is pretty close. So all I'm gonna do is just get that set over there. And I'm gonna get this next one on, and that one should carry over cook while this one's searing off. We'll just let that go for a minute or two. All right, we'll come in, check on this one. Oh yeah, get this one flipped, looking real good. More fat on the other side here, so we're probably gonna get a little more caramelization. Check the temperature on this one, and at about 116, so very, very close. Just gonna cover this up, let it go. All right, this steak is temping at about 128, 132 degrees, depending on where you probe. Just gonna get that flipped over one more time, just so it cooks a little even. I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna flip this one, let that one go a little bit. Just cooking over charcoal, that's all it is, folks. Cook it until you got a nice color, cook it to temperature. All right, so this steak is done too, looking really good. These are both done. I'm gonna get them in the house, let them rest, and we're gonna take care of the shrimp now. All right, so I got my shrimp, and what I'm gonna do, because this side is piping hot, I'm just gonna spin this grate. This grate won't be as hot, and we're not gonna burn up the shrimp as bad. So I'm just gonna throw those over like that. And these are literally gonna take a couple minutes. The worst thing you can do is overcook shrimp. It's gonna get rubbery and gross, at least in my opinion. So I'm gonna close this down, give it just a couple minutes and flip them. All right, we'll get these flipped over. See that little blackening on there from our seasoning? Looking really, really good. Same thing, gonna close this down, just let them cook a little bit. All right, these shrimp are just about done, and while they finish up, I'm gonna take our tortillas here with some shredded Oaxaca cheese, which is just a Mexican cheese, very similar to low moisture mozzarella. We're just gonna get that cheese melted on the tortillas. The shrimp will be done by the time these are done. We'll call it a day, we'll eat. I can't wait to try these. I'm so excited. Like I said, I've been thinking about this all week long. All right, let's check out our tortillas. They're looking good enough for me. I can't wait any longer. I need to eat these tacos like yesterday. I'm gonna get this shut down. Let's get in the house and let's build these tacos. All right, so here's our steak, and I think I'm gonna cut into this one. And how we're gonna do this, like I said, cutting it into sections here. Oh yeah, that looks nice. I'll take that all day long. We're just gonna come in, feels extremely tender from that marinade. Cutting against the grain here. I'm gonna do enough to build one taco, because that's all I'm eating on camera. I have a feeling I'm gonna be very gluttonous when it comes to these. Yeah, that looks nice. Still some pink in there. Check that out. Beautiful looking steak right there. That looks amazing. All right, here's our shrimp, looking incredibly delicious. So I'm gonna pull off a couple shrimp. This skewer is still incredibly hot, so if you're using metal skewers, be very careful. We're just gonna chop up some shrimp here. Got our shrimp there. Now we need the tortilla. We got the melted cheese. We're gonna take a pile of this steak right here. Check that out. Looking absolutely amazing. Come in with our shrimp. Just like so. We got our chimichurri that we let sit overnight. Got a little colder in the fridge than I would have wanted, but you know what? I don't care, because it's gonna have all the flavor that we're looking for. Check that out. Beautiful surf and turf taco. Let's jump out, let's do the taste test right now. All right, It is the moment of truth here with these tacos. I can't wait to try it. I got my bottle of Coke here, Mexican Coke with tacos. Absolute banger. Let's do this. You remember at the start of this video, I thought that this may be one of the best things I have ever made on this channel, and that is true. This is absolutely amazing. The flavor from the shrimp, blackened with my rub, killer. The flavor of this perfectly cooked steak from that marinade, lights out. The melted Oaxaca cheese on the taco, the yellow corn tortilla, just absolute chef's kiss. Burnt Pellet Nick, you have a great recipe here. This is my new favorite taco, hands down. I couldn't stop eating it. I had to finish it. That should tell you guys all you need to know right there. 100% go and make these. Prep them ahead of time. Have them for a weeknight meal if you want. Have them with friends. They are that good. I cannot recommend this recipe enough. Like I said before, I will have the link to Nick's channel on Instagram and his website recipe down below. Feel free to check it out, compare it to what the recipe in this video that I gave you guys, and go make these. Seriously. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, stay safe, and we will see you next time.